Strategies for protecting yourself and your employer from liability. Well, prevent them from driving. If you have served someone any liquor, your legal rights become particularly at risk the moment the person gets behind the wheel of a car. So your best strategy is to prevent that from happening. You can get them an alternative to driving by helping them contact a taxi or a friend. Encourage a designated driver program in your establishment. A designated driver is a person in a group who chooses not to drink alcohol and provides a safe and sober ride for the group. Some establishments offer safe ride programs. Check with your manager for your company's policy. Having a designated driver for a group does not mean the group may legally become intoxicated. Public intoxication is still illegal even if you do not drive. Serving patrons to the point of intoxication is illegal, and how many times have you heard, "It's okay, I'm not driving, I can drink all I want"? No, they can't. What about those individuals who refuse help? They insist upon driving. Well, tell them that you'll call the police if they drive. Use it as a bargaining chip and remind them of the consequences of a DWI. If they still leave, do call the police. Write down their license plate number, a description of the car, and the direction they are going. This is an example of a logbook. First off, by law, you do not have to keep one. It's just a very valuable tool that can be used in the defense of a liability lawsuit. For a logbook to be effective, it's got to be a book that you cannot add or remove pages from. For it to be effective, it must be written in every single day. We suggest that you write in it at shift change. Let's say you got the day shift. You cut Charlie off at 3 o'clock. It's now 5 o'clock. The other bartender's on. Well, here comes Charlie, because your regulars will know your schedule better than you know. And the following bartender can look and read the logbook and say, "Sorry, Charlie, come see us tomorrow." The documentation has got to be done daily. If you are closed, note that. You also have to show when the day ended. It's just that documentation is a very valuable tool to defend yourself in the event of any legal action. What to write down? Well, you want to describe in detail every incident in which you refuse to serve someone alcohol. This is a good way to communicate to others who come on shift after you to be aware of persons who might have been cut off earlier and who might be waiting for you to get off shift before returning to your establishment. Write down the person's name if possible, or at least their description, as well as any witnesses. Write down what the person had to drink. Also, describe any kind of disturbances in detail. If minors attempt to drink at or frequent your establishment, note that as well. In an eventual lawsuit, a well-kept logbook can be the best witness for your defense. Say a person comes into your bar, leaves sober, gets drunk in another bar, and then eventually kills someone. The deceased person's family sues you and the other bar. And the other bar claims you overserved him. Well, if you have a well-kept logbook that logs every patron who appears to be intoxicated and what you did to prevent them from becoming intoxicated, you can use that logbook in your defense. And because the log entries would have been made well before you would have any reason to lie, the logbook can be powerful evidence for your defense.